Hello students, my name is Tom Tabor and I am one of the staff persons in the Life Direction Center here at Carson-Newman University. Today I've been asked to talk to you a little bit about the difference between what a job is, what a career is, and what a calling is. In Life Direction Center, we are in favor of students having success, not only with their college career plans, but for a whole life. We in this department want to do everything we can for students to bring them to that point. When you stop and thinking about your life and how much of your future life will be at work, we have to realize how important it is of your happiness level. In a 24-hour day, 16 hours you're awake. Of those 16 hours, more than likely in your future, you will be at work. So how much important would it be for you to be happy with the job that you have chosen for the future? Now, the words job, career, and calling all bring three different things to mind. When you have a job, the main purpose of that job is to earn money, to achieve a temporary goal. In the Life Direction Center, students are always coming to us to declare majors, to change their major, to add a minor, add a double major. And at the Life Direction Center, we like to have those students think carefully about their choices when they decide on a major so that they can think, what will that connect to? Is that going to connect me to a job? Well, after upon graduation, will that connect me to a future graduate program, to a future career? When you're at Carson-Newman, there are many things you can do to bring you along those paths of decision making in terms of a career. There are internship opportunities. It is very important while you're at Carson-Newman to talk with as many students and professors and staff members as you can about options for career options so that you'll have a greater idea about who you are and what's going to make you happy. If someone chooses a career, then they enjoy their work. They might expect to possibly stay in that job maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years, and maybe proceed for further advancement. In the Life Direction Center, we have several different ways that you can arrive at those choices for careers. One would be the Focus 2 Career Assessment Inventory that we have available to all students, including graduates. And that would take and put together interests and abilities where they crisscross, and you hopefully will come up with some different good choices for that career path. If you're looking at the three differences between job and career and calling, the one that connects the most with a great amount of happiness would be the calling. For example, before I came to Carson-Newman, I had many jobs throughout high school to help me earn some money to pay for school. Once I got to college, then I was making a choice with my interest to select a career for after college. My choice was in education. Once I graduated from Carson-Newman, I chose the path of becoming a teacher. After several years of teaching, I realized that more of my gifts and abilities and interests lied in working with students more on an individual basis. Therefore, I changed my career choice path toward counseling, went into graduate school, got a degree in counseling, and from there went on to become a high school guidance counselor. After retiring from 30 years as a high school counselor, I then decided that I wanted to continue with that venture of counseling at the college level, at the college that I graduated from. And here I am at Life Direction Center. I do feel like this job at this point is more of a calling for me because it actually does allow me to do what I feel like my gifts are, my abilities and my strength and my interest. It's kind of who I am, so to speak, more so than a job that earns money, for example. Someone who is in a calling does this more than just for salary. They do it because it's who they are, it's what they want to do. They tend to take their work home. They tend to talk about it even on their vacation. Majority of the people are from different places of employment. They do their work because they love what they do and they feel like that it's a calling. Sometimes we hear the word calling and think, That's God calling us to a profession. And in a way, that is exactly what a calling is, because what it enables you to do is figure out what your strengths and your gifts are and able to put those together for a particular career choice. One of the things that you'll want to make sure that you carefully examine about choosing a career choice is the salary. When I talk with students about careers, it is important to be aware of the salary. But one of the biggest differences is between making a choice on a career and salary is you have to decide what's more important. Is it more important to make more money, or is it more important to be in a vocation that you're called to do, because those are the gifts that you have that can be used within that job. So it is very important for you to consider the fact that the salary of a particular occupation is important to some degree, but it cannot be the top number one priority if you want to feel like that you are choosing the right career based on your interests and your ability and your choices. To sum it up, as you go through the choice of making a choice about connecting college to a career choice, keep in mind this. You may have part-time jobs throughout your life to get you to a point where that salary is important to get you to where you can make a choice for a career. Once you pick that career choice based on your college major, then that, along with interest and what your special gifts you learn about yourself from other people, will help you to make that choice of a career choice in the future that will enable you to have a calling from that career. At that point, you're not so much concerned with the salary. It would be much more important as to what you did on the job and who you work with and what your salary would be. I would invite you to take advantage of the opportunity Carson-Newman has with a small campus of staff and faculty to be able to talk with them more at length about what your strengths are, what really excites you, what your passion is, I guess is what I'm trying to say. If you will follow your passion, then you'll have a greater choice of reaching one day to the calling of the job of your choice. Remember that life is too short to spend a career lifetime in a job that you don't really enjoy. So if you want to give yourself the best gift you can ever give yourself, make a good choice about a career that will head to your path of calling, of that vocation of your choice. Just wanted to remind you that yes, we are the advisors for all students without declared majors. Those are students who are deciding. But we also encourage every student, even with majors, to come and discuss with us any information about that major, because it never hurts to have Plan B, Plan C as a backup. So I just welcome you whenever possible to come to Life Direction Center and seek out any one of the staff people in this office, and we have many up here to help you make those choices. It's very common that students will change their major up as many as 2 and 3 and 4 times. Don't be afraid to change your major if it's really what you know is best for you. So we look forward to seeing you up in the Life Direction Center as soon as possible.